one real teamfight initiator, but you have. I think he said something in character, and then Kunkka said, "You're a trusty mate," right after. I hope you could hear it on stream, as now Morphling will be first blooded with a Sunstrike, as DENDI makes sure he gets that. And it looks like Pugna is gonna be left for death as well, with a follow-up Sunstrike, chilling and hanging out. And with Phantom Lance it's always kind of a struggle till you hit your level 3, till you actually get an escape of your own. Focus, he wants to run down the Viper, but with a double blood grenade, is he sure about this? Well, Bad Rider comes in, make sure it's gonna be worth it for the Phantom Lance, getting the trying to be as much of a nuisance as possible. Will be stunned up for that. In comes the Bad Rider once again with a blood grenade. As bait, they want to make sure this time around the Phantom Lance doesn't die for it. Focus takes the kill, almost got his level 2. And he can actually come and help his allies out. Tiger will be stunned and knocked back. Burst damage comes out, but Stomanyan, he has been camping top pretty much uninterrupted. The aggression a little bit. Phantom Lancer tries to heal himself up, though he is taking to the Viper poison damage, and it's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. Although Focus did get the XP, so while top remains stalemate, Bait have a slight advantage bottom, but Level Up has a slight advantage as far as the mid matchup goes. Whereas over on top, Tiger will be finished off without Mary Y going down, managed to survive on just 80 HP. Not even close, he says, as he walks. Vengeful Spirit isolated out of position, in comes the boat from the Kunkka. Manages to connect onto Mary Y, one more right click from JohnnyPro. Is gonna finish off the Vengeful Spirit. In comes an Avalanche from Tiny. Over on the bottom lane, Morphling, however, has died. All the while Tiny still wants to go on the Bad Rider, but Bad Rider with a haste. Just under. Well, they're doing really well right now. The longer this game keeps going, the harder it's gonna get on them. A lot of damage being committed onto the Kunkka, but at the end of the day, it's just gonna be Stomanyan going down as DENDI not having a fun lane at all anymore. He's still going 1-1-1, made sure that the Sunstrikes to other lanes at least keep him in the game. But Stonebanks takes another one with the Tiny stun into the big double edge combo. The urn, make the Spirit Vessel for the percentage-based damage, because then you can actually benefit from the percentage-based damage. And then meanwhile, Stomanyan just gets bursted down by Mataraxis. The Aghanim Scepter already, and after the Aghanim Scepter he's gonna get the Diffuser Blade. I know why Kunkka on Blade Mail is strong and it allows you to frontline for such a significant time, but how are you gonna frontline against this focus PL? Look at him running down Delight. He has no issue with standing on top of a tank hero for a little while. Kunkka meanwhile trying to set up on the Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer able to jump out of there with a ton of boost, however, as now Kunkka gets lassoed, but a 3-man Avalanche is trying to keep him alive even with the Rum. I don't think he can survive through all of this. Pugna trying to heal him up, but Pugna will just be dying for that instead, I think. JohnnyPro trying so desperately to keep his team in the fight. Yeah, maybe. But it looks like Viper will be caught with a one-man stampede. Just gotta, you know, press the support, ultimate plus is playing it. They don't have the vision to try and hunt with a smoke. But now Delight, who just wanted to find himself a rune to maybe go for a gank, instead gets initiated upon. Bad Rider comes in with follow-up lasso as a 3-man stampede is out. make sure they get the bonus kill onto Panda. However, Vengeful Spirit will be killed off for that by the Morphling, as Morphling is now finally starting to do something if he joins those team fights. Has enough attributes to swap back and forth, but Stonebank blinks forward, 2-man stun, making for a double kill. All the while Focus runs people down left and right. Tiger will be dying bait for... And over on top, we get to see the Vengeful Spirit swap, but straight into a 2-man avalanche he swaps. Bad Rider with the lasso, able to get the Viper for that one though, and that's a surprisingly big kill, but then the Invoker will be paying the price as he can Ghost Walk, but he cannot escape with a Dust of Appearance already being ready for him. Centaur War Runner. As it looks like Tiger will be caught, isolated and killed off. Viper still trying to run down the Bad Rider, but instead he almost gets ran down.
Lucky find.
Knight trying to set up on the Phantom Lancer once more. Focus holding his own against the X marks the spot. In comes the swap, keeping them all at bay. However, Vengeful Spirit will be the first one dying. Phantom Lancer not really able to get more than a couple of Spirit Lances in. But now with everybody's mana being burned, they're able to try and go for more. Morphling tries to counter the Phantom Lancer, returning into him, dealing good amounts of damage right back. Mataraxis has to be careful now, but Stonebank can't frontline this forever. DENDI will be annihilated, and Phantom Lancer way too long on that doppelganger remaining for him to survive. Closely the Vladimirs try and buff up the Phantom Lancer even more, but it's not the Phantom Lancer who's having a problem, it's DENDI on the mid lane once again. Mataraxis gets the kill. Morphling, he's got the Kanda, as Viper will be lassoed up, will be stunned up by the Centaur War on, is swapped out of position. Tiger still ticking low, but the cleave from Centaur War Runner will kill him off. Panda kills off DENDI as well.
Dire are scanning.
Bad Rider over on top. He tried to initiate with the lasso ready, got caught, but they will catch Tiger in return for that with the Phantom Lancers. Everybody is rushing top, but the second the team that's what I'm talking about. Tier 3 about to go down in favor of level up bait. How much longer can they keep them at bay? They don't need to, as a nice lasso catches Jonupro off guard, but Jonupro, he just support, and now focuses. Phantom Lancer has to come in and get more than just a support. Invoker getting right clicked down by Tiger, but out comes the Deafening Blast, keeping both Tiger and Delight in a... As Viper looks to go for initiation, Tiny the first one to get bursted. And Viper will be the next Jonupro.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
As Morphling got a BKB going, he's looking to initiate. Will be killing off Mary Y. Morphling still looking to run down more, but everybody will be okay from the looks of it. Against illusions like his own, but with better stats. In comes the reinitiation from a lasso on the Tiny, as Viper with the BKB trying to chow through the Centaur, but they don't have the time against PL. Centaur will die. The gem hits the floor. At what cost? The buyback on Tiny is there, but Panda already dead for 70-something seconds. Phantom Lancer, is he gonna die for this? Yes, he is. Doppelganger doesn't quite come out. Triple kill for Mataraxis. Morphling Everybody will be getting themselves away, but for that, Vengeful Spirit caught over on top. Just wanted to grab a bounty rune, but MatchID is going to die for that. No Aghanim Scepter either, so it is far still. Kunkka though, with the X marks allowing Morphling to scout, but Morphling had to go full strength, so Viper will get lassoed. Taiga manages to get himself away thanks to the BKB. Stampede from the Centaur leads to Centaur just being caught in the backlines. All the while Morphling with the BKB of his own. He turns into the Phantom Lancer, tries to go to the Phantom Lancer, but that was the Morphling BKB, so Morphling needs to be careful. And instead of the Morphling, Delight will be falling first. Mataraxis will be going down once. Centaur War Runner, awfully low health, needs to get himself away, will manage to do so as the Morphling, getting pursued by the Phantom Lancer still, will be able to escape him thanks to the Manta style, but Viper will not be so lucky. Viper silenced up. Pugna still coming through, trying to go for the save, but there's the swap from the Vengeful Spirit just in time to cancel the TP. Taiga. And a 4-man smoke up from the side of Level Up. MatchID instantly obliterated. Phantom Lancer not able to get away either. Focus will just be taken away. PL, he came so close to the victory, but now he doesn't have buyback for 75 seconds. No tier.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Avalanche by the Tiny, but it is going to be a dead Delight. Delight immediately buying back. Taiga suffers a similar fate. 2 buybacks from the side of Level, teleporting themselves out of there to safety. Nice teleport onto Taiga. Taiga could be in a lot of trouble trying to save himself with an ultimate, but keep in mind Taiga is gonna die back for 100 seconds. No buyback on the Viper, and that is gonna be the cue for Vengeful Spirit to buy back into the game as well. Morphling dead for 100 seconds. The late game of the PL will be enough for Bait to take the game from the looks of it, as this is 1.5 minutes without either one of your 2 biggest cores. Stomanyan on the Bat Riders trying to set up people for death, as he does have a lasso, but nice turnaround from the Pugna with all of that life drain damage. In comes the Centaur War Runner, keeping them slowed up thanks to the Shivas. Delight takes a huge nuke.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower
And getting ran at, but he's got Jonyu Pro in front of him, and Jonyu Pro reassures his teammate that everything is gonna be fine. As the it's the real one, right? If you see a bunch of PLs walking as a group under a ward, what are the odds the real PL is in there? The Morphling will be caught, will be obliterated. 100 seconds death time. It does have a buyback, but needs to use it very wisely. Out comes the slow onto the Bat Rider from the Viper. Viper able to get the BKB going. Taiga, however, doesn't have the damage on his own, and Taiga will be locked down. In come all of the Phantom Lancers, burning away at Viper's mana and dealing away tons of damage as well. Dominating streak for Focus, as Focus wants to pressure the mid lane some more. And it's going to be the Rex falling, MatchID falling actually as well in the backlines. Bat Rider with that lasso, he could only hold down the Morphling ever so briefly, as now Morphling turns into the Phantom Lancer, wants to go the real Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer, however, he tends to do a little bit of tomfoolery, has them confused about who the real one is right now, and wants to take as much advantage of that as possible, as that is gonna be Panda dying as well. The lane of Rex down. Very close game, as the Dire base is still getting shoved in with creeps. However, I have a good idea that they're sitting around the mid lane. I don't think they have an idea that Morphling jumps into the enemy base trying to finish this game, makes some Manta style illusions, jumps out of there, but Viper has been caught by a lasso. With flaming lasso surrounding you, you can't get away. So Tiger presses the BKB, tries to hold his own as best he can, will be swapped back into sudden death though, and Tiger will be killed up by the dire tier force, while the rest of Bait just try to hold the high ground. They will be catching JohnnyPro, don't quite have the damage to finish the Pugna however, as Pugna saves himself with a Glimmer Cape. Pugna not going down, all the while Morphling over in the top half of that fight kills the backlines. Morphling will be dying for that for 2 minutes however, and so will the Kunkka. 2 minutes, no Morph, no Kunkka, and no Delight either for quite a while, as he will be caught by 3 people surrounded, stun locked up. Tiny cannot press any buttons, triple kill for Focus. Pugna buying back, Viper may even enemies making a comeback right now. Get that Ancient and call it a day. Bait, it took them 57 minutes. We almost...
Seconds remaining.
Ranger off lane. This is gonna be interesting. I wonder what he'll build. And I did say, like, oh, I don't know about this, when they picked the Faceless Void into the Razor. But during the laning stage, the biggest issue is now entirely being circumvented, because every time he tries for the kill, Vengeful is just gonna stun him. Meanwhile, over on top, with that Blood Grenade from Stomanyan, they will get a return kill, resulting in the first blood, going to that Hoodwink before Stomanyan himself dies, though JohnnyPro made sure to make that into a trade on the Enchantress. We've gotta love it. As Vengeful Spirit will be tossed, will be killed off. It has also been pinged out, so they all know what's happening. Stomanyan, as a matter of fact, he's pinging like, come on team, we can maybe get something out of this, but he doesn't quite hit a 2-man bushwhack. And
what's the opposite of regicide?
stuns coming out left and right as Delight will be falling. Mary Y, one more right click for him to die. And Panda still pursuing people with the Jingu. The Jingu Mastery is gonna proc, and now the early game timing.
Trees to myself, but I'll make it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All the while Taiga gets ran down by a Faceless Void and a Vengeful Spirit. But does the Bash RNG want him to die? Well, eventually he is gonna die. They're trying to tri-lane around the Faceless Void right now to enable the Faceless Void to deal some bonus damage that way.
Well, ain't this
And the catch on the Razor with the Chronosphere. It is gonna be a dead Razor, though everyone will have to back off after that one. Tiny comes in with the Avalanche though, not looking to let them get away, and Mary Y will die. Stomanyan still on the run. As a Hoodwink with Brown Boots, you're very fast, so he is gonna be okay. Panda. Razor wants to run down Mary Y. A lot of damage with the arm reduction from his ultimate. Mary Y turns around for the wave, but out comes a stun from Monkey King. Mataraxis locked out of position. Templar Assassin taking a fat chunk of damage, but with the right clicks able to defend themselves still. Stonebank, that is not the big first ultimate of the game he was hoping for. As a matter of fact, Windranger, the intention was that he creates space for the Faceless Void. Not that Windranger feeds while Faceless Void is dying, but Faceless Void, he does have a 2-man Chronosphere. Is going to try and set that up for the Pangolier with an ultimate. But Monkey King, thanks to the Jingu, he's just gonna steal right back to full health. Razor also still has damage to fight with. Will finally be killed off, as now out comes the Wukong's command. DENDI manages to jump away with the shield crash. Focus. Nice time walk away from there. And it will be a good swashbuckle from DENDI, getting Delight to finally die.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Tiny gets backstabbed a bunch by DENDI. And that's gonna be a fast kill on
Dire are scanning.
There you go.
Windranger, gets silenced up, gets surrounded by 4.
Wind blows. These sprites are with us.
JohnnyPro securing the kill on Stonebank. And Razor going down in the other corner to the stone bank. NoobfromUA is going to get his armor reduced by a little bit.
Come get healed.
Two-man done by the Hoodwink, and there's the Chronosphere. Monkey King forces the Faceless Void away with a really good Orchid. Faceless Void almost goes down, but Orchid instead just leads to some damage being walked off. DENDI tanking for the Faceless Void, running for his life, but once again Hoodwink, second two-man stun during the same fight, allowing everybody to evacuate.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Bait, they may not have as good of a draft as Level Up have, but they are buying time in a very coordinated manner. Everybody knows they cannot fight this, so everybody's just trying to make as much space as possible. Stonebank, he eats the healing and he's still alive. Razor doesn't have the damage to finish him off either, so now the Pangolier comes in. Stonebank is finally gonna take out to the Enchantress, but a swap onto Tiger will leave him under the tower with DENDI. One more right click is gonna do the trick. MatchID now ran at by the Templar Assassin. So much fighting, but Stomanyan, he says, you know what, we're not done with you yet. Try to break him with the Sharpshooter. Templar Assassin, though, runs down the Faceless Void, and that's gonna be the first death of the game happening on Focus.
Radiant's middle
Focus here.
It's quite nice, actually.
Over on the triangle. A swap to try and get MatchID away, but the Monkey King is already on the pursuit. That's gonna be the first kill. DENDI still having to kite, but Faceless Void once again caught. And it's not just gonna be a dead Faceless Void with the Psyblades bouncing, it's gonna be a dead Stomanyan on that cute little squirrel as well. Enchantress broken, getting focus fired. Wind Ranger may not deal that much damage with her attack speed reduced, but is now out of position, so Stonebank, he is still gonna go down. Tiger wants to run down more. Stomanyan will follow shortly. Whereas the rest of Bait, grouped around Focus, they want a repeat of how they've played every single... They're gonna have to defend you or else it will just be a tier 2 dropping for free.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's not like Faceless Void is there with the Chronosphere though, so it's just gonna be that Hoodwink.
Radiant's bottom
I'm not sure if Bait can get away with delaying the game so much.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Roshan taken to half health as everybody goes for a smoke on the side of Bait. Faceless Void has been scouted out by the Razor, but Tiny, he falls for it. He jumps with the two-man avalanche toss combo, and he doesn't know where the Faceless Void is sitting, so MatchID goes down for that. But even with both of their supports now dead, Bait, they hold on to that Chronosphere, they hold on to that really valuable ability to turn fight around, but for what, since their damage is gonna get taken down in the backlines now. Tiny bought himself back and is tanky enough to frontline as well. And Stomanyan will be hitting the floor. Faceless Void went for a 3-man Chronosphere, however. He will kill off the Tiny, trying to kill off the Razor as well. Doesn't quite get it, even with the Rolling Thunder from DENDI, as Faceless Void and DENDI are the last ones alive. I mean, dieback on the Tiny, so a lot of that gold lead being wasted, but level up care. He knows he can't fight into that Aegis, so he's just split pushing. I don't think this is the way to bring it to a 2-0 Bait. Starting to look more and more like game number 3 with every second, and Tiny, he tosses in that poor little Hoodwink. Instant buyback from Stomanyan.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is
Monkey
under
King wants to be pushing in that tier 3, but as Tiny got himself caught in the backlines, he will be able to get out thanks to the 4-staff. But now the Rolling Thunder is working on Tiger, and Focus can just try to run people down, impede or not. The low health Tiny will be caught outside of the base, just barely. And it looks like Bait, they're still in this game. Somehow, I'm not sure how they did it, but now without that Aegis, Monkey King has such a hard time. Over on the mid lane, they still want to initiate, but Stonebank able to get himself back with a 4-staff. And Faceless Void, he sees that huge raid boss that is Templar Assassin. He will go for the Chronosphere right on top of her, as now Tiny pinned to a tree, pinned to time itself as Faceless Void's mace starts hitting him. Value from DENDI, Heaven's Halberd still. DENDI, that's his job now. He was there to initiate the team fight. Ooh, Chronosphere on the Templar Assassin once again. 100 seconds, no TA this time, as I think they figured she didn't have buyback, and with the TA dead, Enchantress is in a lot of trouble. DENDI can't dive so deep, has to get himself back out to his teammates, but he has teammates ready. Faceless Void goes for the refresher orb, threatens the Razor with the Chronosphere, doesn't go for the Chronosphere just yet, but now he will. Razor, few more right clicks are gonna do the trick. Razor dead, in comes the Monkey King ultimate. Will it do enough for them to somehow hold the high ground here? I don't think so, as everybody manages to get themselves out. Delight doesn't make it back into the base, however, and NoobfromUA will be killed off as well by the Wind Ranger.
Killed you.
Dire's middle barracks.
As it's gonna be one lane of Rex. They can push the other lanes of Rex, but do they even want to? They're saying, you know what? Give us all of your buybacks. Give us your Templar Assassin buyback, or this is over. Little do they know the enemy doesn't have a Templar Assassin buyback by 800 gold, and that is not the Templar Assassin buying back, so everybody still wants to push. Delight, he's gonna get slowed, he's gonna get right clicked down by the Faceless Void with a ton of damage. As it will be a follow-up onto the Monkey King. Monkey King killed NoobfromUA, going down, and with that, ladies and gentlemen,
Ugly? Hey.
they're not calling it, but it's GG. The Ancient is gonna explode, just you watch.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Templar Assassin now coming back to life. Templar against the world, let's go. Templar actually jumping and immediately going for the double melt combo, but Templar against the badges cannot do a thing. GG's.
Radiant victory.
Whether level up like it or not,